Hello and welcome to our week 33 wrap up of the year of Granny Squares Cal. I'm really feeling like we are on the home stretch now, so that is very exciting. We have also come off a fairly horrendous week with week 32 square marching north, so our episode will not be as long this week because there wasn't a lot to say about it other than most people, even if they didn't love it, did I think appreciate it a bit more than marching north. We welcome back Pamela. Pamela, she's the one that I think we can all thank because she was the one that encouraged me to run the Cal, and it was with her that was all I needed, I think. So I do really have Pamela to thank for the existence of this crochet along. Now, she hasn't been loving some of these squares because they're not your traditional granny squares, and I get it. She thought about it for a little moment and then I think gave herself a talking to because she doesn't like to quit things. And, you know, there was no pressure on her, but she decided to get back into it, and she did certainly complete marching north. I haven't checked right at this very second as to whether she's done bonfire, but I'm sure that she probably has after having a little moment after marching north. But anyway, firstly, I will remind you of my square. Why did I forget it? This was my square. You will see in our slideshow that we have a number of different color combinations, so there's a lot of variety there. But let's get into the slideshow and then we will come back for a little chat about our next square. What a difference colours can make. What, you know, such a difference that different colour combinations can actually make to a square. It can totally change the look of it. Now, you may have noticed that someone who has been here for quite a while in Gordon, he has had to actually stop the Cal for the time being due to a shoulder and neck injury. So we wish you well, Gordon, and hope that you are back crocheting as soon as possible. He does hope to be able to finish the Cal, so fingers crossed for you, Gordon, that you are able to do so. I will also pop in a picture here of Laura's. She has started seaming her squares together. So I will pop in a little picture here of what it's looking like. I think it's looking fantastic. She has also added 4 squares. Well, she's done 2 already, obviously, for the corners of the top of the blanket. It's a square that's not in the book, but they are all the same, and they will they will be her corners for the blanket, so that she can do 7 by 8 squares. So I think it's going to look amazing, Laura. So good job. Now let's move on to week 34. Week 34 is aloe vera swirl. I must admit I did quite like the look of that one. It's definitely something different. This was another intermediate level square, or 2 balls of yarn. I didn't love it initially. That was because I was having a little bit of difficulty finding, so you're not working in the back loop, you're actually working in the 3rd loop. So the loop behind the stitch, if that makes sense. And because I'm using 100% cotton, I have to say that I was having a little bit of trouble at times identifying that stitch and working into it cleanly. So it did take a while to sort of set it up, but then I did eventually get on a bit of a roll with identifying it straight away. And look, it's quite effective, I think. It's, as I said, it's not, the rest of the square is not at all difficult. It's just being able to identify that 3rd loop so that you get the desired effect, I suppose. So this is mine. I think it would have also looked good with the mint colour in the middle and then the darker blue. But look, ultimately, I am very happy with it. I was kind of glad when it was done, I'm not going to lie. But yeah, look, it does look, the texture of it is really nice, and I do think it's going to look good with the other squares. So that is 34 done. I think I'll be glad to get through summer. Sorry, we're in fall now, not summer. I think I will be glad to get through fall and then move on to winter. So I did, now when I was chatting with Pamela in the comments, I did mention to her that I had looked ahead in the book, and there, because I know she's not the only one that also isn't enjoying the squares that work in rows as opposed to in the round. And there's only 3 more of those to go, so that's good. And I think that there were 2 that actually go from corner to corner, and the rest of the remaining squares are in the round. So whether that swayed Pamela to rejoin, I'm not sure, but it may have. But that's week 33 done and 34 to come. So I look forward to hearing how you all go with your week 34 squares, and also to see whether you stick to a similar colour to what's in the book, because obviously that is based on an aloe vera plant. But I look really forward to seeing all of your squares as per usual. But thank you all for being here. Thank you all for your continued support for this crochet along, and I will see you very soon. Thanks for being here. Bye for now.